Hi, everybody. I bet you thought I was going to be late. I'm just going to talk a little bit until I can get my computer set up and more people gets on. I don't know why this always happens, but just when I get ready to do something, my phone rings. So, and it was the sun this time, so I had to go and I couldn't really not answer them. So, okay. Just getting ready, just getting set up. While I do, I can focus on this lovely card I made a few weeks ago. I think that'll be good. I want it brighter. That might be better. Sure. Okay. Now we'll just see. Here, live. Oh, okay. Learn all kinds of things about this Facebook Live. Well, that's great. Okay. There we go. Oh, can't believe it. Oh. You don't want to listen to me. Let me shut the voice off. Okay. Hello and welcome. My name is Cindy Ellers, and you are visiting me tonight in Cindy's Stamping Studio. I live in Neillsville, Wisconsin, center part of the state, and been with Stampin' Up about 12 years. I thank you so much for joining me tonight and checking out my video. It means a lot to me. And don't forget to share. If you could share my video from Facebook or share my video from YouTube. By later tonight, I will have it uploaded, I hope, to YouTube. And then I will be doing a post on my blog, which is cindysstampingstudio.blogspot.com. Or you can find it on Facebook at Cindy's Stamping Studio. I appreciate you tuning in last week. It meant the world to me. And because of that, anybody who shares my video or leaves me a comment, I want to give away this pack of lovely lipstick and Grapefruit Grove foil sheets. And this was just a card that we made. We ran the paper through the embossing folder. I thought that turned out so lovely. So that's why I had the card out tonight. I just wanted you to see how lovely that paper is. And yes, we can see that pretty good. So if you're interested in a brand new pack of Grapefruit Grove and lovely lipstick foil sheets, leave me a comment, share my video. I appreciate that a lot. There's 8, we're talking about 8 sheets. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good deal. I guess I'm talking to myself tonight, but that's okay. A lot of times when I do talk to myself, I do a better job. So what the heck? Okay. The Occasions catalog is still going strong. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. Just send me an email at buddy98@yahoo.com. A couple things. Stampin' Up! Just announced that they're discontinuing the current Stampin' Trimmer. And it's not the end of the world. This is what it looks like. It's going to be discontinued. So if you own one of these, right now would probably be the best time to get replacement scoring blades or cutting blades or the cutting mat, because they do have a 6-month supply of these supplies, but they, they're not going to last long. They never do. So if you do own this, and you might want to stock up, and if you wanted to go to my store, cindystampingstudio.stampinup.net, and use my April host code, that would be great. Okay, let's see. The Stampin' Up! Retirement list comes out next week, April 15th. And April 15th is a Monday. And one thing that will be on the retirement list are the in colors. Now remember, we talked about that last week, and that's your lemon lime, your tranquil tide, oh, let's see, fresh fig, powder pink, and berry burst. If you like the cardstock that these go with, or you don't have your re-inkers yet, now's the time to get that also. Hi, Judy Vine. I'm glad you could join me tonight. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'm pretty sure you did catch me talking about the trimmer, and I know you have one, so if you want or need replacement blades, you might want to put an order in for them. I don't know if you caught this. I am giving away this pack of Grapefruit Grove and Lovely Lipstick foil sheets. I'll mention it again at the end in case we get any more people that show up. Okay, now last night was our technique class, and we did a tone-on-tone technique. And I have to tell you, I loved it. It was a great technique. In fact, I liked it so much that we're going to make a very similar card. So, looking forward to that. Tonight's tip is ribbon. We're going to talk all about ribbon and the different ways to tie a cheater's knot and taping the ribbon so it lies flat, cutting your ribbon. So let's get started, okay? Tonight's card is going to be a Melon Mambo base that measures 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. We'll be using a piece of blueberry bushel layer that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. I have some silver foil scraps. I have a white scrap. And the lovely blueberry bushel ink. Hi, Bernie. I'm glad you could make it also. We're going to be using the blueberry bushel ink and the Darling Label, punch. Now that punch, if anybody's interested, is in the big catalog, and that goes with the Darling Label punch box. We get these stamps, this label, and this very pretty box to keep your cards in. Okay. Now, oh, and then we're going to have a piece of white. That'll go on the inside. Okay. So, tonight's card stamping is going to be a little bit different, as I won't be showing you the ribbon until we get to that part. Well, we do want to. Here's a tip I just saw. I used to always put tape on my spools to hold the last piece, but these little clips will hold your ribbon in place when you're not using it. So that's one of my tips that I have. When you're done with the ribbon, you can just wind it back on the spool and use the clip and hold it in place. You can flip one down. You can even flip that one down. Oh, but that doesn't work. But I thought that's way better than using tape and getting it sticky. Okay, the other tip I have is, I know I want to use 8 inches. I want the ribbon to go like here. So I've measured a piece of cardboard that our designer series paper comes. I measured it 4 inches. This is 4 inches. But if you take your ribbon and put it right here and put it all the way around, it's now 8 inches. And that's how I've been measuring my ribbon. It goes a lot faster, and it's a lot faster when I'm preparing for class. And I've even got my ladies doing it who come to class. Okay, so now another tip I have is when you go and hi, Heather Canoop. Thank you for joining us tonight. Another tip I have is if you buy the white ribbon, and this is the metallic edge that's white. With our new blends, you can make it any color you want. And because these are the colors we're using tonight, I'm going to color it with the Light Lovely Lipstick blend. It works wonderful. As you can see, I love how it turns out. You can make it, you can use the dark, but I found that the light worked the best. And it dries almost instantly because these are alcohol based. I got a lot of ink on my fingers today, but not that. Okay, so there. Is that pretty? That worked out so good. The other thing is tying a cheater's knot, and that is very easy. Let me put that away. All you do is take, if you're going to want your ribbon bow to say be right here on your card, you just take it and put it on your bottle of, I use the flying tip glue. That works the best. And tie a snug loop or knot. I'll put it right there. I lay it down and finish tying my knot. Just like that. So it's all nice and snugly. I wonder if that's a word. I think it is. It will be tonight. And then it's going to look like this. See, and then we'll just tape it and then cut my loop. We're going to set that aside for right now. I want to go and let's do our card first. Okay? The tone-on-tone stamping technique is we're going to create a great background using ink and embossing folders. And you can use your embossing folders, but I found that the ink spots that we sell, they're uninked. You get 5 of them in a package, and they're $8 for 5 of them. You can find them on page 203 of the annual catalog. Okay, so I just inked this afternoon. Whoops. Came off. And you're going to go and... Hi, Arliss and Kathy Miller. Oh, and Mary Jane Strenzi. I'm glad you all could join me. Okay, so anyway, the gals that were at class last night, they learned this. But like I said, I liked it so much that I had to do it again. You take your embossing folder. This is the basket weave. And note where the Stampin' Up! Logo is. We're going to open it up and take our inked spot and just ink it up. I found the stamping spot works the best because it's got a little bit of give to it. I'm sure your foam inks would be fine. Okay, put that there. Then we're going to just put our layer, and this was called Tone on Tone, so we use Blueberry Bushel ink with, oh, I can't believe I did that. I didn't hurt anything. Blueberry Bushel ink on Blueberry Bushel cardstock. Now just a second while I run it through my embossing folder. Or rather, through my Big Shot. Only take a second. Okay, so here we are. I like that folder also, Kathy. It's been a fun folder. And this is what it looks like. It just really brings the weave. We did it last night. We used the lace embossing folder for one of our cards last night. And the other card, we used I might as well show them to you. I got them right here. The other card we used well, why am I just blank? But this is what they looked like for a class last night. And this was the other one. Hi, Jane Brown. Yeah, it is a great idea. But these were the two cards from last night. And like this one, I thought really gave it a lot of definition. So, okay. And then when you're done, all you have to do is just run that under water and it'll clean right up. Okay. And you know me, I like to go and just kind of lay my card out. I'm going to take my stitched square, and I didn't have that ready. Usually I cut them out ahead of time. I guess I forgot about that. Okay. We're going to have that. That's going to go right there. And I want to use my Blueberry Bushel ink. And stamp happy birthday. Better cover this up, even though I'll be using it for the inside. I have more ink on me than you would believe. Okay, and the Darling Label punch. Okay. I'm going to go and get my dimensions here. And we'll put it right like that. That'll be, oh, that's going to be great. Okay. Is everybody ready for the snow, the big snow that's coming? I know exactly where I'm going to be. Right here in my stamping room. Okay, so now we're going to go and assemble our card. And I got to sit down to do that. I want it right here. I'm going to put it upside down. I'm hoping that this snowstorm is going to be all done because I'm leaving on Friday for Minneapolis, but I'm not driving, so I don't care. One thing I found is with these little bit thicker ribbons, they don't always lay flat. So I always just put a little bit of snail adhesive like that. And it's going to be just fine. Yep. So it looks like that. And you take your snips and cut your loop. It's as easy as that. And now we have a perfect cheater's knot. Just trim up the ends a little bit. There. And let's put our card together. Of course, my husband's looking forward to all this snow. He figures the sap will really run. But I'm not going to be around, so he's on his own as far as collecting. Okay. And I want to put our happy birthday friend. No to snow, Jane. I know. It's kind of I'm getting tired of it too. But you know what? This is April, and we live in Wisconsin. This is, this can happen anytime. And my husband and I, Jim and I, were talking today, and I said, you know what it was doing on April 10th, 36 years ago, because tomorrow is Justin's birthday. And it was a sleet snowstorm, and it was awful. So anything can happen. That's how I look at it. Anything can happen. So let's stamp our inside. Oh, I like that. And okay, not done yet. Almost, but not quite. Let me close this. I need to get out my stash of scraps. I forgot to get one out before. Ooh, that looks really nice. Yes, this will work out perfect. I'm just going to glue that right in here to finish our card. And there's our card. It turned out perfect. I just love that technique that when I was sitting here this afternoon, I didn't know what kind of card I would make for you guys. And I came up with this card so I could show the different ways to do a cheater's knot, to dye these knots. Well, look at that. My mother just tuned in. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We dyed the ribbon because it started out as being white, and now it's this beautiful shade of Melon Mambo. It's laying nice and flat because we taped it. And what else? Oh, and how I cut it, I have a template that makes it so much easier. Now, before I let you go, I mentioned at the beginning of my video that I have a brand new pack of Grapefruit Grove and Lovely Lipstick foil sheets. I'm giving them away. Happy birthday, Justin, from your mom's #1 stamping fan. Well, and considering, Bernie, you have a Justin too, that's very nice of you. We appreciate that. Yes, tomorrow is my Justin's birthday. He's getting awfully old, I think. 36. And it's the same kind of weather as what we had 36 years ago. Anyway, this foil paper I'm giving away. So share my video. Leave me a comment. I will be uploading this to YouTube. If you want to go and join my YouTube channel, it's just listed under Cindy Ehlers. This is just a card we made in class, so I could show you what, how pretty this foil paper looks when you emboss it, run it through the Big Shot. So, subscribe to my blog. When you go to my blog, Cindy Stamping Studio, all one word, .blogspot.com, and subscribe. You'll see it on the right-hand column. I appreciate it so much. So this is what I'm leaving you with tonight. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and we'll survive this snowstorm. It's not really a big deal, in my opinion. So take care. Thank you so much.